Collaborations have been an integral part of Fortnite since the game came out, pretty much. And now they play an even bigger role than ever because the game depends on them a lot to make the seasons good. But it wasn't always like that. Collabs used to be subtle and actually good. So today we're going to talk about why I feel like collabs are part of the reason why Fortnite is not as good as it used to be anymore. But first, I want to tell you guys that you guys should like and subscribe because it helps me out a lot. I want to also tell you guys to use code Brivy in the item shop. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and enjoy the video. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to be going over the collabs that were memorable to me, okay? If I leave out one of your favorite ones, I'm sorry, okay? So with that being said, let's hop right into the first one. The first collab that we had in the game was the Infinity War collab. So basically what this was, it was an LTM in the game where you could become Thanos. Basically the Infinity Stones would crash down and you could get them and play as Thanos. And you can also get like the Avengers mythics as well, like Thor's mythic axe and Captain America's shield. I think the Hulk fist for one of them. I don't know, there was a bunch of them. This was actually, I know I said in my mythic weapon video that chapter 2 season 2 was the introduction of mythics. This was the actual introduction of mythics because those technically were. But this was a fantastic collab. Epic and Marvel collaborate very well with each other. This is not the last one you're going to see in this video. A little foreshadowing for you. This was a fantastic LTM. It was super, super fun. It didn't affect the actual like battle royale because, you know, this was an LTM. And it was really good, man. I can't say anything else about it. It was just a really, really good, really fun LTM, and it promoted the movie well. All right, we're going to skip a few seasons. Season 9. This was when John Wick came into the game officially. Now, in Season 3... they kind of referenced him with, you know, the Reaper skin. Everyone knew that was John Wick. But they officially brought him into the game with this collab. They gave him his own skin. They gave him his own house on the map. Like his actual house was outside of Paradise Palms, which was really cool. They also gave him the tactical AR, which was actually really good for it. It was actually my favorite gun in the game for a little stint. This is a really good collab because it was subtle. Like, it wasn't a huge collab. It didn't do a whole lot for the game, but it was cool, you know. It was cool to land at John Wick's house and use attack AR, use the skin if you had it. I never got it, but it was a subtle collab and it added something to the game. And I think that these new collabs have kind of lost those two elements put together, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Now the next one is gonna be Batman. So this is Season X. Man, they did a lot of cool stuff in Season X, and this is no different. They gave Batman the grappler gun. The Batman grappler was actually really, really good. They changed Tilted Towers to Gotham City, which was really cool as well. I think they gave Catwoman something. I can't really remember, to be honest. But this was also a really good collab. This is the first time they put a mythic from a collab into the actual Battle Royale game. So that was really good, and it paved the way. All right, and then we're going to fast forward 2 seasons to Chapter 2, Season 2. Now, this season was amazing for a lot of reasons, but one of the main things for me was the collabs. So first and foremost, we got Deadpool. They did the Deadpool collab really well. I love the way they executed it. He took over the yacht. He vandalized the yacht, made it his own, of course, Deadpool fashion. Everything was themed like Deadpool. They even had an animation where Deadpool would kick all the stuff out of the item shop and put all of his stuff in it, which his stuff was actually really cool. Like the skin, the glider, the scooting emote, the pickaxes, the chimichanga emote. They were all really good. The one thing that was bad is that they made the Deadpool dualies really terrible. They were not good at all. I do like the mechanic where you dealt damage and then you healed from it over time, which was pretty cool. But yeah, they did them kind of dirty with the weapons, but I understand that just because every other mythic in the game was kind of overpowered. Everyone was complaining about it, so I get that. But overall, this was a really good collab. I love the way that they did this. Once again, subtlety. That's the main word for this video, subtlety. They've lost the art of subtlety. Next up, we got Travis Scott. Oh man. If you did not get to see this event, I am so sorry, because this event was fantastic. Everything about it was fantastic. The free glider that you got with the event was fantastic. I'm not even a big Travis Scott fan like that, but the event was amazing. I can't begin to express it enough. They did it really well. They gave him his own skin, but this was just really well done. They gave him an awesome concert, and it was just amazing. All right, and then we're gonna fast forward 1 season to Aquaman. Now, I have a bone to pick with this one because I thought it was gonna be really good, and then it wasn't. I thought Aquaman was gonna get his own POI, his own mythic weapon, but he never did. He just got a skin in the battle pass, and then we got the abomination of a POI that was Coral Castle. So That kind of sucked. That was a really that was the first like disappointing collab I think that I ever experienced in the game. All right, and then fast forward one season to the greatest collab of all time, and it took place in an entire season, Chapter 2, Season 4. Oh my goodness. Was this season amazing. This is like a top, I think I have this at number 3 in my top 10 list. This is a top 3 season of all time, and it's all based on a collab. Like I said before, Marvel and Fortnite, oh man. They are good, dude. They work very well together. Clearly, this season is a testament to that. Everything in the game was related to Marvel, and everything was good. Like, the mythics were good, the map changes were good, and they related to Marvel. The Stark rifle was really cool. They changed, like, the Lamborghinis to, like, Stark industry vehicle. Like, there was so much attention to detail in this season. They put so much stuff in the game that related to Marvel, and all of it was really, really fun. It was just, this was a fantastic, this is the best collab I think they've ever put in the game. All right, and then let's fast forward to Chapter 2, Season 8. Naruto collab. A lot of people know my stance on anime. I don't really watch it. I'm not a huge fan of it. But I think they did this collab very well. They put the paper bomb kunais into the game. They were mythic. They were really balanced. They were really good. They put the skin in the game, obviously. They put a couple emotes in the game. They did this very well. It was very subtle. It wasn't it didn't overpower the whole season. It was just really good. I think they did a really good job. This is probably the best anime collab they ever did, in my opinion. And then next season, Chapter 3, Season 1. Oh my gosh, a collab brought us the greatest mythic movement item to ever grace the game, the Spider-Man web shooters. I don't need to talk about what a fantastic item the Spider-Man mythics were. They were amazing. Everyone loves them, except for competitive players, but we won't talk about that. It was fantastic, man. They brought a great movement item to the game that everyone loved, and they did well. They put Spider-Man in the battle pass, and they gave him a mythic weapon or a mythic movement item, and it was good. That's how you do a collab right there. But then, if we fast forward a couple of seasons, we've got the Dragon Ball collab. Oh my goodness. See, okay, I don't think they intended this collab to overtake the whole game, but when you put mythics in the game like they did, and you gave it as much power as they did, it just kind of naturally overtook the whole game because everyone was carrying one of those mythics. It was not fun. Not fun at all. At least for me. I mean, it might have been fun for you, but I just didn't like it. And then we'll fast forward to Chapter 4, Season 1, the My Hero Academia stuff. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as a Dragon Ball. They could have done a lot better with it if they would have just made the mythics less good. I just think they overtook the whole game because they were unfair to use and everyone used them. Same thing for Attack on Titan in the following season. And then Chapter 4, Season 3. Holy, was this season terrible. And one of the reasons is for the collabs. So, Transformers, they could have done so much more with Transformers. They gave him one item and a skin in the battle pass. They gave him the Cybertron cannon. That thing was so dumb. Nobody used that thing. They did them so dirty. Like, I feel bad for them. It's like, that was such a... They could have done so much more with it. And then, of course, the Hollow Purple was in the game, and this whole season was just a flop. The collabs were bad, the season was bad, the weapon meta was bad, everything about it was just bad. And then we fast forward to Chapter 5, and in Season 1 we got Lego, which was really good. I think they did Lego and Rocket League, so that was the Lego Fortnite and it was Rocket Racing. I think they did both of those really well. They made them a separate game mode, they didn't let them overtake Battle Royale. And I think they're both good modes. You know, if you like racing, Rocket Racing's pretty fun. If you like the survival type of game, then Lego Fortnite's pretty fun as well. I mean, I think they did both of those really, really well. But then we get to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. I don't understand their obsession with just putting mythic items in the game to honor a collaboration. I think they could have just put the skins in the game. And maybe like giving them an emote or something, or a healing item. They could have brought pizza back in the game, because they like pizza. Like, you didn't have to put 4 different mythics in the game for each of the Ninja Turtles. I just think that's stupid. And I feel like that overtook the last, like, month of the season. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's all you saw in the game. It was part of the loading screen. And it was just not that good. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. In contrast to Family Guy and Peter Griffin, like Peter Griffin he was a boss and he had a shotgun, and that was it. And that's a good collab because it's one element of the game, and that's okay. Something doesn't have to overtake the whole game to be a good collab. I want people to learn that. And then we got the current season and the Avatar mythics. I just don't like them, you know? I just hate how you can get them everywhere, man. They just, that's all the game is now. It's just people using firebending, earthbending, waterbending, and airbending. It's just all people do, man. And they've lost the art of subtlety, dude. They just go crazy now with collabs. So in conclusion, I just think collabs have gotten so much worse than they used to be because they've lost the art of subtlety. When Epic does something for a collab, for most of them, they put so much in the game for it, and it's like, you don't need to do that. Back in chapter 1, it's like all John Wick got was a weapon and his house in the game and a skin. That was it. And it was a good collab. A collab doesn't have to overtake the whole season to be a good collab. I think part of the reason this game has lost its spark is because the seasons back then used to be able to stand alone without collabs. Whereas now they depend so much on collabs that the game doesn't feel like Fortnite anymore. It just feels like whatever collab is in the game. Other than that, that's going to be it. Those are my opinions. I'm sorry if I skipped your collab. I apologize. I was just going over, I didn't want this to be a 30-minute video. I was just going over mine, the ones that I really remembered and cared about. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video. If you're watching this, just make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to use code Brivy, and just thank you guys for everything that you guys have done. I love you. Peace out.